These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Good morning.
Never fails.
Never, ever.
Never
A little
fails.
scuffle at my feet. I'm fighting over position to sit at my feet. As all loyal subjects should do.
Oh, really? Well, I'm glad you have two of them at least.
Yeah, two. That's it.
Yeah.
Good January 8th of 24, Skippy.
Good January 8th of 2024. It's a great day today.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, a lot going on.
No,
Oh.
not at all.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, yeah, I do. I have something kind of big.
Ooh.
We'll get into that.
A teaser. Stay tuned for Skippy's big thing.
That's never been said before. Anyway, today's just going to be a great day. That's how I choose to live my life. Mm-hmm.
Today will be a great day. Did you guys had snow over on that side of the state?
We had a dusting.
A dusting.
Yeah,
I think we had maybe an inch yesterday morning when we woke up. It was all gone by lunch.
We're supposed to have many this week.
Many dustings?
Probably. That's exactly how it's probably going to work out. Many.
Yeah, when I looked at the 10-day yesterday, today was the only day we didn't have a chance of snow. So
correct. Yes.
It looks like we might actually have winter now.
I have to walk dogs for the next probably 15 days in snow and ice and sleet and anyway. So,
Skippy, when's your first day of service? Regular service?
It's a great question. I'm glad you asked. I can't answer that. I mean, I can answer that, but according to my schedule, my first day of regular service would be March 8th.
Okay.
We have an event booked, the Southeast Michigan Beer Festival. Sorry. And that's yeah. Yep.
I don't want to cause panic, but we are less than 9 weeks away from that date.
Yes, I know. I just came across your post on the on this Facebook.
Yep, and 9 weeks for me tomorrow. So, yeah, it's off season. First half of this off season's flown by.
Well, yeah, considering I haven't had an off season really.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's that.
Screw it. This could work into a somewhat big announcement. Since you might as well bring it up, I'll just go with it.
Oh, okay.
It was the fourth thing that I texted you last night.
Pop-ups.
Yes. So they have risen in popularity where a food truck can utilize a business, a kitchen, a restaurant, a coffee shop, a diner that closes early. And they can team with the owners and see if selling dinner would be profitable. I have a meeting today with a local coffee shop where they close at 2 for the winter hours, and they're all about having us come in and sell barbecue. It's in Brooklyn where I typically set up, so I'm hoping that if I choose to do this, that it would build my presence even more, and maybe lead to, I don't know, something more. So that's somewhat big announcement, but not really big announcement. It's only a big announcement in my own head, but we kind of want to do it.
So you won't be selling out of the trailer. You'll be selling out of their establishment,
their coffee shop, which has a lot of room. Yes.
So are you just setting up like chafing dishes and stuff inside, and then how does this work?
I have 2 electric chafing dishes. They already have a prep table, so I can make, my hot side along with 2 meats, and just bring food with me to them, set up, and go. What could go
All right.
wrong?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Have you talked to the health department yet?
Well, so they serve lunch. So I'd just be, if anything, I'm just they're. It's not really a different. I don't think I have to, but anyway, I don't know if that's. I really don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know because they
Are
already
you
serve
serving
lunch.
food out of your licensed unit?
No, I'm serving out of their licensed unit.
Yes. So you might want to check with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Just so they have a heads up. For one, somebody has to make a change somewhere. So in your SOPs, all the food that you serve out of your trailer, you have to say where it's coming from. So let's say worst case scenario, somebody gets sick. They get some food from the coffee shop while you're there. Someone gets sick. All right.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to call, if they call the health department, it's the coffee shop, then that gets screwed here. Because they don't have any listing of you providing food. And then now you're serving unsanctioned food out of their coffee shop. It's probably not a huge deal, especially with the relationship that you have with your sanitarian. But I would just reach out to them. Say, here's what we want to do. Is there anything else that we need to do to make sure that we're good to go everywhere? Or is it just as simple as you filing out an intent to operate type of thing? Because their kitchen's licensed, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
it's probably just an intent to operate. Let them know that you're there serving food. So that way, if someone does call to complain about something, they have you being there on record as well.
Makes sense. Okay. Good.
Yeah, there's stuff that I will skirt around with the health department, changing out equipment and stuff. Like, you're supposed to let them know of all that stuff. Like, we've changed our prep table twice, and we're supposed to let them know of an equipment change. Not a huge deal in my eyes. That's not, emergent. But yes, doing something like that, where in my mind it could prevent you from getting a renewal or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big skirt around, in my opinion. So, like I said, I doubt it's a huge deal, but definitely something worth touching base with them.
We do have another restaurant that does the same thing, like it's a diner. So
yeah,
I'm gonna reach out to the owner there and see what they had to do too, and use that as a stepping
keep in
stone.
mind, restaurants don't have the same privilege that we do. The health department can do a stop-in inspection on a restaurant.
That's true.
Those aren't scheduled.
No, they just do.
Yep. So things to keep in mind, which is why I would probably reach out to my health department and just kind of cross all the T's.
If any of our listeners have done pop-ups in their off season. We are big in India, so I'm not sure if they have an off season.
We do have some participants in the audience today, which is nice.
Oh,
a few
I
of them.
can't see them, but you must be the only one who can see them.
Yeah, as a guest, you don't get to see as much. I gotta. Chad says he wouldn't consider it a pop-up, but more of a takeover. So it's kind of almost like a ghost kitchen type of scenario.
Yeah, it's still in our business is still considered a pop-up because it's not a permanent location.
Yeah. So in the years past, when we all started, pop-ups were this roadside stuff, like at least in the eyes of the health department, they would say that was a pop-up, like setting up roadside for a food truck or an elephant ear truck, like setting up at a grocery store or something as a pop-up for them. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of terminology that's kind of crossing over at the moment.
Yeah, I consider it a pop-up because I'm not doing it. If anything, it's going to be a nighttime thing. It's like 4 to 8, maybe 5 to 8, something like that. Catch the crowd going home. But they have a lot of. It used to be an old bar, and they converted it to a coffee shop. But there's a lot of unused space in this thing. So when I talked to him, I said, "Are you wanting me to set up like in the dining room with just like chafing dishes and stuff?" He's like, "No, you can use the kitchen." I'm like, "Oh, okay, good." So
now you said that they close at 2 for the winter hours.
Correct.
Are they
So
only
we're
wanting you there for the spring and not the summer?
We haven't really gone past like what happens when I open up the food truck kind of thing.
Okay. So
'Cause
this
they
is like
open-
immediate, like
This is like
start next week.
possibly starting next week.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it may only be like 6 weeks total, depending on how it goes. If it goes
Right.
great, then we might continue it. But right now, I don't have a lot booked for March, or a lot of weekends booked for March, I should say. But yeah, so we're I'm gonna meet with them today and see what they think, and then
Excuse me.
hopefully go from there.
Sorry, everybody, for the little bit of coughing. Still got a little. My cold is lingering still, so I'll try to mute if I can.
You're fine. Coughing or dogs, one of the two, you pick.
Yeah, I know it's nonstop noise on this side of the podcast.
So the next thing on our agenda, we actually have an agenda here, folks. By the way, just so you know,
Skippy,
we
you
have an
did a
agenda.
wonderful job. I have been zero productivity all week long. I've been laying on my couch.
I'm not saying I have either, but anyway. So there's this new form that's out now. Basically, it is you need to register your business with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCEN. And it really just it's to show the beneficiary of who's beneficiary of your business. It's to prevent against money laundering. It's to prevent against basically foreign governments taking money that might not be laws and all that wonderful stuff. So I have shared in the chat the website to go to, and I'm going to share my screen real quick. So you should be able to see it.
So this is on top of everything else you need to do for your normal licensing. What I heard, so I found, I don't know how I missed it, but I saw it in one of the food truck training groups. And from what they're saying in the comments that there is heavy fines for not doing this by the end of this calendar year. So
Really? I thought it had to be done within the next month or two.
No, I thought it was by the end of the year this year.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was sooner. But
no,
at the end of the day,
maybe we can find it on here.
Yeah. So you see the mouse. This is where you want to go. You want to get started. It's beneficial ownership information reporting. So you can click get started. I've already gone through this. It's pretty simple. If you want to do it at your own pace, you can click this first link, prepare.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to upload it and submit it. I did the file online one. Very simple. It takes 5 minutes. Have your driver's license ready. Because you have to upload.
So a quick Google search on the deadline for this. It is January 1st of 2025. It says by January 1st, so December 31st is your deadline.
So in other words, get it out of the way.
Yes.
So I'll click on it, but you can see, so it's government system, blah, blah, blah. They obviously want you to, agree to not agree. And then all you do is you go through this. So filing information is who you are, I should say, the type of filing you're doing. So for everybody, this is going to be an initial report. Next, the reporting company is your company, your information. Company applicant is you. Beneficial owner should be you. It could be a corporation, depending on how you have your business set up. And then it'll go through everything, ask you if it's right, and then you hit submit. It really could not be any simpler. They are making a big deal of this form, but it's very simple for us to do. So that was, if you have any questions, really just go through it. You could talk to I think you could talk to your accountant on how your business is set up prior to, if you don't already know. But it's very, very simple. And of course, you just love to see this Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. Just makes it so official.
Mm-hmm. Good.
But
I'm
anyway,
glad you went through it already. And that
yeah,
you said it was like 5 minutes and done.
5 minutes. I had probably 6 because I had to go get my wallet. I had my driver's license in it. So they do ask you to upload your driver's license, passport, whatever, to show your identity. Not like that can't be, faked, but anyway.
We're not condoning faking any government
No,
documents.
definitely not. So there's that. Pretty simple.
Good.
Number 2 on our list is, how about those Lions? Let's do a quick little reporting, sports report. Let's go down to the field to Josh Ants.
Well, we've had a lot go on in the last week. We skipped right over the college football playoffs and Michigan dominating Alabama. And once again, everybody else saying, well, if it was Georgia, they wouldn't have beaten Georgia, which has been pretty much Michigan's story their whole season.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Let's back it up. I don't think you can use the word dominate.
Yeah, they did. That game wasn't as close as what the score it was indicative of.
I don't believe
5 sacks. 5 sacks.
Okay. And
and outside of yeah. For the most part, Michigan manhandled Alabama.
It went to OT.
They did. They sure did. You bet. But Michigan manhandled them for the majority of that game. So anywho.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that one, because
that's fine. Michigan still played for national championship.
Didn't Alabama score the first touchdown?
No.
Yeah, actually.
I don't remember how the scoring went, but yeah.
Wasn't Alabama leading in the fourth quarter and Michigan had to come back?
Yeah.
Okay, so dominate is not the correct word.
Dominated.
Anyway.
Dominated.
No, definitely not.
Domination.
Georgia would have destroyed them, but anyway.
And this is what Michigan has heard their whole season. We haven't played anybody yet. Wait till you get to the hard part of your schedule. Oh, wait till you get to Ohio State. Oh, Big Ten's not that hard. Wait till you don't have plays for, you didn't steal signs for Alabama, so they're going to roll you. Blah, 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 blah.
Anyway. They didn't dominate, but I get it. Okay, so.
That game's tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I'm wearing the improper shirt. I'm still wearing my PJs. From
yesterday.
Yeah, mostly a meaningless game, which should have been a meaningless game. I did not expect the Eagles to get rolled yesterday, and the Cowboys looking like the Cowgirls of old late in the season for the first half of that game. So, yeah.
Doesn't that give, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't that give the Lions the second seed?
No, third seed. If the Cowboys would have lost yesterday, Lions would have ended up at the 2 seed.
Oh, Lions got number 3. So, yeah, that's right.
Lions are 3, which will play the 6th seed, the LA Rams. Looking forward to the storylines. I've always been a Matt Stafford fan. I thought he got a lot of the blame undeservedly. So,
FYI, it is on a Sunday night.
Yep, Sunday night at 8:00. I should be home from the cheer count by that time. So, it's good news for Lions fans. Me watching games when I'm not at home is a 2-3 record. So,
I didn't watch yesterday at all.
Yeah, it was. I mean, another one of those where, they looked good for the whole game for the most part. They had it was a pretty low stress game, despite the score. So, never felt like they were out of control of that game. So, they have there's some worried parts about LA and their receivers, but Lions should be getting back a couple pieces. They lost tight end, rookie of the year probably.
Yeah, that's not good.
Sam Laporta will miss probably a game. Had the same injury Travis Kelce had at that caused him to miss week 1. Bone bruise and a hyperextension. So depending on the extent of that, and
that hurts.
At most, he's not going to be 100%.
That hurts.
Yeah, they are pretty deep at tight end. Yeah, they're pretty deep at tight end. Wright's not a bad tight end. I think they have enough weapons there that they can win the game without him. Yeah, I think they'll be all right.
Anyway,
it was nice to see some of the storylines from yesterday about some of these number 3, number 4 receivers getting their performance bonuses for the year on the last game. And one of them for the Lions. So I can't remember his name. Raymond, I think it was Raymond. Caught the last 4 passes of the game to get him over 10 yards over his performance bonus of $250,000. So he needed like 36 yards going into the game. With 3 minutes left in the game, he still needed 18. So Jared Goff got him the ball 4 more times to get him 25 yards and his bonus. And
speaking of performance bonuses, let's talk about Joe Flacco.
Man, go Joe, baby! Looking forward to seeing him in the Super Bowl.
So, for anybody under a rock, since 1999, the Cleveland Dog Pound Browns have had 33 different quarterbacks.
That's a lot.
I saw a guy wearing a Cleveland jersey that had all their quarterbacks' names on the back of it, and Joe Flacco. So when he signed his contract, one of his terms was he would get a $75,000 bonus if he played at least 50% of the snaps. And for anybody who didn't watch yesterday, they sat him and started another quarterback. So now they have 33 different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But anyway, they converted his bonus, so he still made it, which is good for him. He was, I think, like 6 weeks ago, he was on his couch watching football and said,
he's old.
I'll come play. He's not. No, he's not. He's in his mid-30s.
He's football old.
I think he's 38.
Yeah,
tell that to Tom Brady.
40-year quarterbacks are pretty few and far between.
I'm saying, tell that to Tom Brady.
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers, who just popped his Achilles and
somehow walking around like 6 weeks later without a cast on or anything.
Well, it's his new age medicines.
Yeah, sure. He didn't want to play.
He went into a dark room for a month and came back healed.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Let's get back to. Oh, and so Lions are playing Sunday night. Go Lions!
Yes, go Lions! Lions Browns Super Bowl. Everybody wants it. Make it happen, NFL.
Oof.
It'll be the most watched Super Bowl in history.
Probably could be.
It 100% would be. You'd have so many people invested in that game that aren't a fan of either of those two teams just to see it. The only two teams of the pre-merger or the pre-expansion that haven't been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Playing in a Super Bowl. Yeah. Two god-awful, historically god-awful franchises playing for a Super Bowl. Yeah, it would be spectacular. And there would be 2 giant celebrations in 2 cities, regardless of what the outcome was.
Oh, the cities would burn to the ground.
More than they already are. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so number 2 on our list. So you and I both use Square. You and I both utilize Square in different aspects. I have gotten a bank account through them and pretty much do all my banking through them just for ease of use. As far as cash goes, it stays with me. But anyway, we don't need Pam commenting on accounting purposes. However, that's the new thing. Square Banking, they are basically an internet bank, will now allow you to deposit your cash from your daily sales. And this is very interesting on how they do this. So you open up your Square app or wherever Square app on your phone. You go to your balance, and then on your balance, you go to your bank account, or I apologize, you hit add money, and it says from your debit card, your mobile check deposit, or now paper cash deposit. So it's a third option now. The paper cash deposit and the debit card are instant. So, and I'll show you this. So it adds. So add to your cash balance. Easily deposit cash at Dollar General, 7-Eleven, Walgreens, and other participating locations. You find a deposit location, and it will use GPS to figure out where you are.
Mm-hmm.
They'll create a unique barcode to show the cashier. Deposit at least $1. Your cash is available instantly.
At least $1.
That's what it says.
Crap, I only got 99 cents in cash sales today.
Right. Yeah. So you hit get started, and it fetches location. So right down the street from me is a Rite Aid.
Mm-hmm.
If I decide to, I have 15 locations within 5 miles of where I'm located currently, where I can deposit cash. Now, I have not done this yet. I kind of want to. I kind of want to bring a 20 down there and just see how it works.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel bad. I not feel bad, but I'm wondering if all the cashiers there know about this, because I'm wondering if they're going to have people coming in with a whole bunch of.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's
cash.
been plenty of times where I've taken $4,000 to the bank. You know,
that's a bank, not a Rite Aid.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I can't imagine walking into a Rite Aid with $4,000. So I'd like to deposit this into my account, please.
So it does. So I clicked on the Rite Aid, and it says ask cashier to scan the barcode. Now there is a cash deposit limit. So per transaction is $100 to $500. Weekly is $5,000.
Oh, okay.
Monthly is $10,000. So I'm wondering if it's different. So that was that. So let's check a Dollar General and see if it's the same. So Dollar General is the same. And you can go to Family Dollar too. So Family Dollar up the per transaction up to $999. $999. Weekly and monthly is still the same. Oh, Walmart. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart's up to 1,000, then 5,000, 10,000. But anyway, I thought this was neat. I can go to a Speedway.
So yeah, Speedway and 7-Eleven are
the same.
Simpatico now.
Yes.
I'm not sure who owns who, but I know there's the Speedway name has stayed, but there's 7-Eleven products.
Yeah, like Slurpees.
Yeah, and like bottled water and stuff.
Yeah,
it's all very confusing.
Products.
Yeah,
there are a lot of. So I think
7-Eleven.
Like they got rid of their chips, and they moved over to 7-Eleven chips, but yeah. Fran, I don't think so, but it's possible.
Are you seeing the chat now?
Fran is
in the chat. See it before, huh?
I can see the chat. I can't see who's in it.
Oh, gotcha. I can't see who's in it either. I can see a number.
Oh. So Fran says, I wonder if this is in conjunction with the previous information on financial crimes reporting. It is weird to call my mom Fran. It's possible, but unlikely, mainly because it's more of they want to know, the financial crimes reporting just wants to know who's who. Square had no way to accept cash until now. It was like, I don't know if it was a beta testing or something like that, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. So now maybe Pam will get off me about hoarding cash.
Yeah, the limits are pretty light.
Sure.
I mean, I'm probably not doing that much cash in a week, but I don't typically go to the bank daily either, which Pam has also yelled at me for. How do you reconcile which day is which? Sorry, Pam. I'm not going to the bank each day to deposit $200.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
Pam, we're 75% credit card.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go into a third that I didn't text you about.
Okay.
Just because today's all Skippy all the time.
That's the way I like it.
So I went and looked at a building yesterday. Just follow me on this journey before you laugh hysterically. I didn't go in. I just went there again. So I went there again. It's the same one that I've gone to a few times. Still no bites on it, so it's off the beaten path per se. So now it's listed by a realtor, which I appreciate, because now it's online and now I can see it. So I'm going to pull it up here if you can give me a second. I'll actually pull the building up so y'all can see it. I don't want to search offices. Oh, here we go. Remember I was telling you about my my 5-year plan?
Yeah.
This can definitely go into that 5-year plan because of the size of the building for what the thing is, the monthly rent is. Search. All right, let's share there. Let's share screen. Okay. So here is said building right here.
Ah, nuts.
What?
Oh, I saw a sign that said nuts and
It's Knutson's.
nuts.
It's a sporting goods store. Anyway,
They sell
so
balls.
here's the building the building is right here. It's basically 1/3 of the overall building. This is a dentist office.
Okay.
The dentist.
So you're taking everything to the left.
Correct. From like here.
Yep.
So it used to be a catering building.
Okay.
I bought a couple Cambros from there. Yeah, see, Knutson's. Big old lumberjack outside. So right here,
Mm-hmm.
where my house is,
yep,
that's where I set up every couple days in a week.
Okay.
So here's the inside as it was. It's definitely not like this anymore.
What's it like now?
Empty.
Okay.
Like empty. So this is all what it was a restaurant before. So this was all dining room area.
Mm-hmm.
That they decided to build shelves to put all their catering equipment. Good bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
This is still the more dining room area. This is the kitchen. It does have a hood. But they took when I say they took everything, no sinks, no nothing. So you got this much room for that. So going back to this, so I can knock these walls down, these half walls down, just make this a big open area. This could be the barbecue retail store I want. The total square footage for the entire unit is 3,000 square feet.
Okay.
And I think I can get it for anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200 a month. Just because he's had no bites on it in 3 years. Obviously, I have to make sure it's, well maintained, but because that doesn't look good up there. But
just a couple missing tiles. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I don't see any water damage, but
yeah,
it does have a little bit of back porch. Over here where you can't see, there's a whole lot of parking for the trailer. So yeah, I kind of went and looked at it, and I think it's a possibility.
And the
if I want to go there.
The price is right, in my opinion. I mean, depending on the condition. I mean, tell you if I could find something that price in this area, yeah, I'd probably be thinking really hard about it.
Well, I am. I'm just trying to figure out how much money I have. But
yeah, I mean, yeah. It sucks that they took everything out. It'd be nice to at least have a 3-bay sink in there.
Yeah, I'm so trying to figure out. So underneath,
because right now you can't even use it for prep. And that's not a certified kitchen. So, I mean.
Yeah. But over here, I could put a double CTO or just a regular CTO or something right underneath the hood, because I wouldn't use the hood for anything else.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, so that's what I did yesterday. Just went and peeked through the windows. There's a little back porch too. But the parking is really, really good. Like a lot of parking. Plus they close. I mean, the dentists close at like 4 or 5, and they're not open on the weekends. But I look at it like it could just be counter service up front. Just do what I do now. Nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I do.
Don't sell yourself short. Everything you do is special, Skippy.
Oh.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I be cautious.
Well, and so that's one of the reasons I want to try the pop-up, to see if I want to be indoors. I mean, I like the idea of a commercial kitchen just so I can, just so I can get everything away from the house. I like the fact that it's in an established area that I'm already established in. It's too established that probably didn't need.
Yeah, they're very established.
Yeah, but I think it might be the logical next step with as much square footage I'd be getting for that price.
We're good. Good, buddy. Good luck. Wherever you decide, I think you need to wait still, but you know me. You're still trying to figure out what to do with 2 trailers, so.
Well, here's the thing: is if I decided to do this, I would probably sell the other one.
Yeah.
I keep the new one, do fairs and festivals with it. Stop doing subdivisions, probably. Just do whatever bigger events I can find. Yeah. Anyway, so that was that. Number 3, we talked about these type of events a few months ago, but this one in Kalamazoo came up on February 17th, and they reached out. It's called the barbecue. Oh, am I putting you to sleep there, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, bud. So the barbecue and beer fest. It's at is it Stryker Field in Kalamazoo, home of the Kalamazoo Growlers. I believe it's a AA baseball team. And so they're a whole bunch of breweries, whatever, but they're having barbecue people set up. And this is what they call what's called a tasting event. And by a tasting event, it's just smaller portions. So they want you to create small plates for tokens, and each token is worth $2 to you. And they want you to have one thing on the menu that is like one token. You can go up to 2 tokens max. So I'm trying to figure out whether doing something like this would be profitable.
So no brisket, no
That
ribs. You
Yep.
could probably do single bones for a token. But you're definitely not going to do
a lot
like
of
a slider and a side.
No,
You know,
you can't.
you're talking pork sliders, chicken sliders, and maybe single ribs.
Yeah,
I mean,
very,
you can have them buy multiple items, so you could still do some sides, but I probably wouldn't do hot sides. You know,
well, you can. I was thinking that he's very. So they want the portion cup to be 3 ounces, and they'll give you the portion cup. So I was thinking I have 6-ounce cups, like clear cups, that I was thinking about doing loaded mac.
in a 3-ounce cup.
6-ounce cup. That's what I have.
Right, but if they're providing you 3-ounce cups, if that's what they want them in,
I'm not overly.
I mean, that's like 2 noodles and a.
Exactly.
I mean, our sauce cups that we hand out are 2 ounces, and those are.
Yeah. I know it's very weird. I just don't know if there's, for me to travel an hour, if there's money to be made.
God. I have not ever done any of the token events, and that's mostly because I've heard horror stories from other people about the hassle it is, and yeah, for me, it's those are usually a pass for me. I've stopped and thought about a couple of them, but ultimately it's a pass because the headache of trying to figure out pricing and tokens and has been too much. I'm too afraid that I'm gonna end up losing my ass on them. You know, we're gonna be super busy, and then at the end of the day, I'm only gonna collect like $600. You know,
Yeah, I know. That's the.
So, I don't know. For me, it's those are, especially if you're doing small portions and they don't want anything over 2 tokens.
You can do 4, but
4 tokens.
They just want they want one
I thought you said
menu
2
item.
Tokens for $4.
2 tokens is $4. Yes,
right.
So anything over, correct? Sorry, anything over $2. 2 tokens.
So I mean, a $4 item. Yeah, I mean, you're talking pretty basic, pretty small, anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
you selling a 6-ounce loaded mac and cheese and a 6-ounce cup for $4 is under your normal price point, probably.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it was worth me going into another market that I really haven't had a lot of exposure in yet.
I guess the question is that a market you want to have exposure in?
I mean, any market I kind of want exposure in, right?
Not if you're going to I'm not going to do roadside anymore and just do a brick and mortar.
No, that will never happen.
Well, that's pretty much what you just said, is that you would only seek out larger events, so festivals.
Oh, well.
Which is an end to your roadside, and just run out of the walk-up.
My apologies.
So here's what I
definition
say.
Of roadside was different, so I apologize. I will never ditch the food truck. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but there's a difference in going out and seeking locations in towns versus doing a Labor Day festival. You know,
True.
So those 2 types of setups are vastly different. So what we do with the daily setups is much different than what concession trailers historically have done, where they're only working